Hi, welcome back. In this section, we will be covering two topics. First one being performance management, training and development, and the second one is payroll and compensation. So moving ahead with performance management. What is performance management? It is a process of continuous communication between an employee and his or her superior to make sure that employees' efforts are in the right direction in order to achieve company's goal. So as I already told you that it's a process, it's a continuous process. So it should keep happening from time to time. And this performance management should be based on individual goal and company's goal. So without considering, we have to consider both of them to do performance management. Individual goal can come under IDP, that is Individual Development Plan, where a person or an employee give himself a set of action plan which we will be mostly doing in the year. Okay, so it's a kind of self-development plan where he see where he stand at present and what he will be doing in future to achieve a certain kind of goal. So that individual goal he has to see, and then company's goal, because obviously he is working for a company. So what company is expecting him to give in terms of his in terms of his work, right? So company's goal and individual goal, combining both of them will give a correct performance management. The second one is align mission and strategy of the company with performance management. So we have to see that while doing performance management, the base or the reference point should be the mission and the strategy of the company, and we should see that how much an employee is able to move towards those mission and strategy. Next point is experiences of an employee while hiring, training, rewarding, work-life balance, engagement affect performance of an employee. So while doing these performance management process, one should always keep in mind that whatever experiences an employee is getting while he is in the office, right from onboarding to his exit from the employee, all will affect his performance. So that's why nowadays giving great employee experience is one of the top priority of the company. So IDP, as we have discussed just now, that it is an individual development plan. One second. Now it is seen that effective and regular feedback also plays a very important part of performance management. So timely we should take feedback from the employees that how the performance management which was done, whether they are satisfied with that, if they found any loophole, or if they are not satisfied with the feedback of those performance management. So all these feedback from the employee should be taken at regular interval. So it should be done in a private setting, right? Every individual, because this is this is we are doing this for the development of the employee and for the company. So it should be done in a private setting or not in a meeting or in a public space. Second is timely, verifiable and specific. So it should be done in a timely manner from time to time. It should be verifiable, that is a record should be there of whatever performance management are doing, and specific, like goals and targets are written, and based on that only performance management should be done. There should be no biasness from the side of the manager or the superior. Frequent and behavior focused. So it should be behavior focused, okay, depending on what behavior that employee is giving towards his peers, towards his customer, that also should be considered while doing performance management. So all these points which we have discussed here are very important part of performance management and should always be kept in mind while transforming our organization, as now these processes and these methods have changed as compared to the earlier methods. So we should adopt this new way of doing any HR process so that we are ahead of time, or we are at least in time with what is in the market. Now another points, the new HR solutions help track employees' progress and give valuable insights to leaders. So we have already discussed time and again that we are now using new HR solution for most of the HR processes, as it not only saves time but it has some other benefits also, like it helps to track employee progress and give valuable insights to leader. So with employee tracker, employee will be able to track his progress, and depending on that he can change the way he is working. Second, valuable insight in terms of how the employee is performing, and depending on that succession planning, compensation, and all these can be done. On-demand and real-time training is given to employees. So when it comes to training, on-demand and real-time training is given. On-demand training is depending on the skill needed for a certain project, or depend if any new technology is there in the market, then those training about those technologies is given. And real-time means when you do a project, when you are doing something at that time, whatever the problem you are facing, your seniors will guide you, and this will be a real-time training for employees. Nowadays companies integrate with various sites like Coursera, Udemy, LinkedIn, etc. to provide massive learning platforms to its employee. Also, it is seen that many corporate companies, they have a tie-up with these learning platforms where employee can do n number of courses whatever he wants. So this is a great way to promote learning. Many learning programs can be customizable according to the preference of each individual employee. And also, if you are outsourcing this learning platform from some other company, then there are many features which can customize some of the features according to the individual employee, like what kind of courses you want to see, or like the period of the courses can be changed. So all these things are making the learning process easy and fun. So as we can say that today is the demand of continuous learning. So, and learning can be done at any time with any kind of devices at an anywhere. So these new trends in the learning market has made the learning process very easy. AR and VR applications have made the learning process more engaging. So what is AR? AR is augmented reality. It means that it amplifies your real world surroundings by adding virtual features that the user may interact with. And virtual reality is where the user get to interact with the virtual world. That is, real life scenarios are replicated in virtual world where learners can apply their knowledge and practice. So these kind of applications are mostly used in healthcare or in logistic, or we can say military, entertainment, etc. So every company should adopt these new features to make a learning process fun process for the employees. So we can say that by adopting these new technologies and changing our mindset towards the new way of working, we can easily modify our HR digitally. So this was all about performance management and training and development. Now moving on to the next section is payroll and compensation. So what is compensation? Compensation is a remuneration which is awarded to its employee in return of their services or their contribution to the company. So it will include the total value of base cash, short-term incentives, long-term incentives, benefits and perk. So the sum of all this will come under, it will be called as total compensation. Benefits and perks, it includes pension contribution, health insurance, leaves and other such benefits. So here in this section, we will not talk about monetary benefits, but we look into what matters today most. So compensation is obviously a mandatory part, okay, like money is obviously a mandatory part because we are working for it. But apart from that, what is the demand of the employee today? So first one is fair compensation. So everyone wants to get get fair compensation. That means depending upon whatever their knowledge they have, what are the efforts they are putting, they should get the compensation. Next one is clean and safe workplace. Obviously, the environment of the workplace is also very important. Flexibility in work. Flexibility in terms of if there is sudden tragedy in the family, or for leave for taking care of parents, spouse or child in case of emergency, some personal need, or for education, flexible work schedule, reduced work schedule in case of any work, or work from home facility. So all this flexibility in work is the demand of today's employee. Opportunity to learn and grow, challenging projects, various learning opportunity, various reimbursement of various expensive courses, challenging work, that is giving them a new project where their potential are used to the max, compelling future, the chances of their growth and their improvement should be continuously there in the organization. Company's culture and value. The culture of the company and their value should be appealing, should have a culture of positivity in the company. They should not feel suffocated, they should not feel unheard. So these are the current market trends, current need of the employees. Now moving ahead, recognition should be public and credible. So while doing like recognizing the efforts of the employee, it should be public. Everyone should know that this person has been recognized for some of his valuable product, and it should be credible. Like just like that, we are not giving any certificates, or we are not praising someone, okay, for something important. If he has done, then only it should be recognized. Second is, so these are the most effective non-monetary rewards. When we provide such environment to employees and take care of their non-monetary requirements, then in return the company also benefits a lot. Okay, so how company benefits? So on the company point of view, it attracts a certain kind of employee, that top talented people prefer to join such companies. Improve employee retention because all the non-monetary needs are satisfied, their efforts are being recognized, they are getting a positive work culture, so obviously they don't want to leave the company. Improves performance. When we are taking care of their emergency situation, their health situation, then it gives them motivation to perform well. Build a great reputation of the company. So all these features will help to build a good positive culture of the company, a positive reputation of the company, which in turn will again attract some top talents, create a positive work culture. So we can see that by recognizing the efforts of the employee and giving them what they require, the company also gets what the company requires, that is achieving its goal. Also, one point we have skipped, that benefit management is important for retention of employee. So that means proper management of benefit, proper management of perks, compensation which they are giving is very important, because it will lead to retention of employees. Payroll system can also be outsourced. So payroll, we know that every month we have to process the salaries of the employee, pay taxes, etc. So this part is a redundant process. Every month we have to do the same thing. So this can be outsourced. But while outsourcing payroll, what points we have to keep in mind? So process, policies and governance should be in place both at local level and global level. So companies can have branches at local level like in the country, or it can have some branches globally. So operation should be managed at local level, because policies differ from country to country. So we have to see that while outsourcing, that operation part is handled by the company itself or by the HR team itself. Payroll model or process should be highly flexible and responsive to the changing business need. So it should be, there should have some space for change. Okay, so if suppose the business model is getting changed or business needs are getting changed, so depending on that, there should be some space for change in the payroll model which we are outsourcing. Choosing right delivery model is very crucial. Delivery model, it means that to recognizing what is the current state of our company, what are its business objective, and which model is applicable for our business. So depending on that, we should choose a GTBA packet, like Global Total Benefit Administration. So the benefit package or the payroll package which we are choosing should be applicable globally, worldwide. Aim should be moving towards global consistency and standardization. It should not be country specific, because it may happen that right now our company is having branches only in a particular country, but in future it can go globally. So that space for that extension should be there. Data warehouse should be maintained globally. It will help in maintaining the data, and ease of access is there. So whatever data are stored, the warehouse should be maintained globally, because we can fetch any kind of data at any time. And while doing any research, data analytics also, all the data is having at one place will help to do analysis in a better way. It also gives us an insight about real-time analytics, which will help to plan benefit in a better way. So we can say that adopting new solutions and adopting new ways of recognizing and appreciating the work of employees will keep us relevant and in demand in this changing world. So with this, we will be ending this section. Thank you. See you in the next section. Bye-bye.